What's going on, guys? This is TanMista, and today I have an updated video on how to make mesos in MapleStory Mobile. My previous video on how to make 25 mil a day on MapleStory is outdated now because you can only sell epic items for max a mil. I've been doing research online trying to find a way to make meso online, but nobody was talking about it, so I decided just to experiment a little and try to find a way to make money. Since the most recent update was the ARAN class, I decided to start there. For anyone that wanted to fund the ARAN, they would at least want a unique weapon, so I decided to start fusing unique polearms. Especially in the Scania world, I don't know about other worlds, but if you look in the trade station for Scania, every unique weapon costs at minimum like 8 to 9 mil, for the weapons at least. But for the polearms, it costs 15 mil and up, so I already saw a great opportunity there. Now for my previous video on the 25 mil a day, I was using my alt account, so I was restarting an alt account every day just to get enough powders to max out a full epic weapon. But now I've gotten all my alts to level 105 at least, so it's a lot easier for me to get powders without having to delete a character every day. The reason why you want to level your alt accounts to level 105 is because the elite dungeon at level 105 is the only one that will start giving you epic powders. Prior to that, you will all get either normal or rare powders, which doesn't give as much of an impact. The strategy is to use your alt characters and do the elite dungeon every day. So for the level 105 elite dungeon, you make at a minimum 3 epic powders per run. It ranges from 3 to 5 powders, I believe. So at a bare minimum, if you make 3 per run and you have 5 runs a day, that'll be 15 powders. And that will range from 15 to 25 powders depending on how much you get per run. It's random. And let's say you have 6 characters, then you will be making a pretty good amount of powders per day. Now, the hardest part about these alt characters is that you have to level all these accounts to level 105, which is fairly difficult to do. It's not impossible, but it took me quite some time. And on top of that, once you get these characters to level 105, you will also need to fund them a little bit. If you're strictly just doing the quests and using those items, you will have only rare items, and that is definitely not enough to finish off the elite dungeon by yourself. You definitely need at least 2 or 3 party members. So what I recommend is just getting an elite set from the trade station. Just find, like, let's say an eclectic set, which gives you all attack. Just fund your character with that and just get 1 unique weapon per character if that's possible, and you'll be good to go. My biggest regret when creating my alt accounts is creating a bishop, because a bishop does significantly less damage than every other class. If I were to go back in time, I would honestly make another ARAN. If possible, I would make 6 more ARANs because ARANs clear so much faster than any other class. The tornado ability sucks up all the monsters into one area and it clears the dungeon so fast. I could finish the 115 elite dungeon right now on my level 118 ARAN in about 3 minutes, which is crazy fast, and it gives me a lot of powders as well since it's the next level up for the dungeon. Anyways guys, enough talking about powders. I'm currently in my trade station in Scania, and if you look at all these epic weapons, they're going for like 100k a pop. So the weapon prices have definitely gone down over the months. 2 or 3 months back, you could probably sell these items for like 500k to a mil each, but now they're like 100k a pop. I usually just sell them at minimum price just to get enough money for pots. And if you look at these weapons compared to the polearms, you could see a significant increase, and especially for the unique weapons as well. The unique polearms are definitely going for a lot of money, and that's a great opportunity to make money if you're selling these items. Since this was the first time I actually sold a polearm and I just wanted to test the waters, I actually sold my Jane Hellslayer for a very low price. I just undercut the minimum price by 1k just to have the lowest price available, just to see it will sell. And that's definitely a mistake because later on in the video you'll see that the Jane Hellslayers are going for like 45 mil and I sold it for like 21 mil, but I was still happy with making a profit. Now this is just a couple of hours later and my Jane Hellslayer sold. Not surprising considering my item was completely underpriced, but if you look in the trade station now, you could see that the Jane Hellslinger is about 45 mil, which is almost double the value that I sold it at, but this is completely fine considering I was just testing the waters. Now here I'm on my account again and I'm trying to fuse another polearm. I didn't think I would get lucky enough to get another Jane Hellslayer twice, so I wanted to just test my luck, and what do you know, another Jane Hellslayer. Now at this point you would probably think I'm smart enough to sell it for its proper price. However, I thought the trade station was a little rigged, because if you look in the trade station, the current lowest price for the Jane Hellslayer was 25 mil, and I wanted to put it at a price where it will actually sell instead of just sitting there, so I just put it for 30 mil just to test it, and it sold again. A few months back, you could have sold a max level epic item for 25 mil pop, so for 2 items that'll be 50 mil. So this is the closest result that I could say that's similar to that. If you could max out a polearm and another random weapon and fuse them together and get a Hellslayer, that could be sold for 45 mil, which is pretty close to 50 mil in my opinion. So this is the best way of making Mesos in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. This is my best method of making money right now. If you have any ideas, please let me know in the comments below. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you in the next video.